Itinerant. The name Itinerant first came around when I formed the concept that my character would be travelling and discovering new landmarks throughout his time of being overall just lonely. And the definition of itinerant is the process of travelling from a place to another place. This is my logline. In a world where unperceivable creatures roam the earth and threaten humanity, we follow two brothers who wish to find somewhere safe to surrender. Throughout the pitch, there will be a presentation of films that have taken my inspiration and that have inspired this piece. And first off is the Blair Witch Project that was created in 1999 by Artisan Entertainment. It highly inspired my piece because of the way it was filmed. The audience. I aim for my film to reach the age rating of 15, which is subject to change, and that is because it will include guns, moderate language, blood, and just a minuscule amount of horror. It targets introverted teenagers because my main character is someone that teenagers can apply to and want to relate themselves to, because he highly shows how he can get through the day by himself, which I may find that some teenagers do go through that when they're alone and may want to just have someone to relate to. Another film that I am inspired by is The Revenant, due to the cinematography and just overall nice shots. Here is the list of my characters. The first character is Albie, who's the main protagonist. He likes to protect his brother and likes to think that he carries on his father's legacy. He's also a father figure for his younger brother Newt. I believe that Dylan Minnette would be a perfect cast for this role, as he's played in many films such as Scream, Don't Breathe, where he's obviously hiding from something, which is very similar to my film. Obviously, as mentioned, the second character is Newt. I believe that Owen Vaccaro would be a perfect cast for this role, as he does look very similar to Dylan Minnette. He isn't as brave as Albie, but he does wish to be, but he is very wise and he wants to educate children in his future, as they don't have as such as a good bringing up as he does. And the third character is Lennox, and he is someone that doesn't just keep the two brothers on their feet the whole time, but he also wants to find revenge for one of his lost friends, as he believes that Albie was to blame for that. So as well as the creatures, there is someone that is unknown to Albie and Newt that will constantly be following them. And obviously the fourth character is the creatures. These won't be shown on camera, but I thought I would just show you a slight concept of how I would want it to look if it were to be on camera. They came from a nuclear leak that happened in Cumbria, which is a real location, and I thought that would be an awesome idea, just to have them on the run after the two brothers, but also not be shown on camera, so the audience can create their own monster. Another inspiration is A Quiet Place. And the cinematography. The cinematography is a very, very important thing for my pitch, as there is a lot of techniques that I wish to use to really make the piece up, such as a passing transition, deep focus shots, close-ups, wide shots and panning. I thought of these when I thought I'd link the music to these type of shots, such as panning. I feel like that'd be a perfect camera movement to show after a death has taken place, such as, say, if someone died in a location, it'd be a nice just setting the scene of where it actually happened. And why will people watch Itinerant? People watch Itinerant as I said, Albie is someone that the audience will want to relate themselves to, as he can get through the day. And I believe Itinerant highly shows the indomitable human spirit, as he goes through each and every day alone and with hope, strength and courage, allowing for the audience to want to relate themselves to him. Also, Itinerant will have an intense, eventful and unforgettable storyline. The launch. I wish for Itinerant to be launched just the day before Halloween, as it is a weekend this year, so I believe that maybe people won't be in education or at work, so they will take time out to go to the cinema or take time to watch Itinerant, as there won't be any other distractions. The next slide does have a slight piece of music that I wish to use. So. So yeah, that was Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. The soundtrack is also a very important piece of my film, as it doesn't. I don't wish to use the music to make it a comedy. I wish to use the music to contradict the themes of the film. I feel like 80s music is it's a nice settling piece of music, and it's not intense. It's not a very intense piece of score that maybe a film like this would use, such as very intense running through a forest type music. I feel like the 80s would be a very, very good piece of music to use. I also would like to relate that the two brothers are interested in 80s music, as the film is set 10 years from now, so I feel like that'd be good to use. Here's some inspiration for some posters. Obviously at the bottom we've got Phoenix Forgotten. For marketing, I'd really love to have something that interacts with the audience and the public. For example, they've got a phone number on there to report missing people that did end up going missing in the film. And I really do love the minimalistic type posters, such as this one. Budget and investment. Most of the money is usually, most of the money in this film would go to the chosen proposed cast members, such as Cillian Murphy or Ralph Fiennes, who would play Lennox, and I feel like they'd be the perfect choice for this role, so I would like to invest around £750,000 to £800,000 to gratify the chosen actors. However, if they weren't to be used, I feel like the film would stand at £200,000 to pay for the cast, small cast, crew costs, equipment, and small actors on the side. When it comes to myself, I love to put myself forward to be a director, as I have skills in communication and leadership. I also have the ability to work well with others, and I'm able to take criticism from others also. I'm very ambitious to succeed in this project, and I do want to work hard towards it. I do want a final goal. For production, I'd like to put myself forward to be the head of cinematography, as I believe I have a very visual eye and I know what I want to create when it comes to this type of project. And for post-production, I have decided to take part in the second edit, as I have a insight onto what I want to create when it comes to transitions and things like that. Yeah. For example, I do know what transitions I'd like to use in Itinerant, therefore I'm passionate into creating the second edit within this project.
Excellent.
So,
thank you, Tom.
thanks, guys.
Cheers, Tom.